Thorn nearly drowns, saved by Seraphine. Kale faces doubts, while Lyra and Riven prepare for the next challenge. Orion lurks in the distance, waiting for opportunity. Subscribe to Turmoil Studio to continue the Eclipse Saga. The chamber stretched beyond perception, molten gold threads bending and intertwining into impossible angles, prisms hovering like fractured constellations, reflecting light into infinite paths. Kale's pulse quickened as he stepped onto a filament that quivered under his weight, each vibration carrying latent awareness. Lyra mirrored him, halo arcs extending to scan the subtle oscillations. "It's alive," she whispered, "and it watches, but it does not yet welcome us fully." From the shadows, Alaric's silhouette flickered, blades gleaming faintly as he leapt, severing delicate connections. Sparks of shadow erupted across collapsing threads. "Predictable," he muttered. "You move in lines, Kale. Lines are weak." Kale's jaw tightened. "We act with precision. Every motion counts." The anomaly hovered beside them, tendrils quivering her massive form now revealed. A female dragon, iridescent scales shimmering with molten gold energy, wings coiled, eyes intelligent and aware, watching both the lattice and intruders. Lyra extended her halo arcs, weaving protective patterns around fractal threads. "We stabilize first, intent before reaction." Her calm authority anchored the team as the network reacted violently to Alaric's interference. Riven ignited his gauntlets, fire bracing delicate filaments. It tests more than coordination. Every ripple from him must be countered instantly. Thorn crouched, tracing hidden pulses along the lattice. He embeds chaos, yes, but the dragon anomaly, the network itself, is curious. It measures us first, then him. Kale exhaled sharply. "Then we move as one." Lyra leads intent, I mirror it. Riven and Thorn brace the structure. The anomaly follows us, not Alaric. Suddenly, golden threads bent violently as Alaric struck a junction. Sparks threatened to sever Kale's filament. He leapt, extending hands into the lattice, sending synchronized pulses. "Steady the flow. Every filament matters." Lyra's arcs entwined, stabilizing the section. It responds to clarity, not chaos. Every falter feeds the interference. From above, floating prisms shifted, creating false pathways. Alaric darted along one, slashing nodes. "Try not to get lost," he taunted. Riven roared, fire bracing collapsing sections. "Every stabilization weakens him." Thorn pressed fingertips to the lattice. The anomaly observes, judging alignment and comprehension. Kale's eyes darted. "He thinks he dictates rhythm. We define it." Lyra leads. I reinforce. Riven, Thorn, brace nodes. The dragon mirrors our pulse. Threads snapped violently as Alaric struck. Sparks cascaded. We integrate, not react. Every pulse influences the lattice. Kael's words were mirrored by the dragon anomaly, tendrils extending to reinforce the fragile connections. Lyra's halo arcs flared, weaving with the anomaly. We stabilized the central node. Coherence over chaos. Alaric lunged toward the central lattice, but Kael mirrored, synchronized, deflecting without contact. Every interference becomes input. We adapt faster than he predicts. The hidden signal, the female dragon, now pulsed fully, tendrils weaving intelligence into the lattice. Alaric staggered, repelled. "What are you doing?" Lyra's voice rose. "We are not destroying. We integrate logic. Every pulse, every choice, communicates harmony with the network." The central node pulsed, projecting three-dimensional script, fractal threads reforming instantly where Alaric attempted sabotage. "It recognizes cohesion," Kale murmured. "Enough to proceed." Alaric's frustration erupted into a retreat. "This isn't over," he hissed, vanishing into shadows. Sparks scattered. The network remained alive, the anomaly observing, not hostile. Kale and Lyra exchanged a glance. "The network respects cohesion, not aggression," Lyra said. "Alaric will adapt. The next encounter will be harsher." Riven exhaled. "We shaped the chamber. not just traversed it. Thorn crouched, observing the lattice. Integration achieved. But the anomaly is sentient. Comprehension deepens in layers. Alaric is now part of the system's memory. Kale stepped toward the central node, hand above pulsating lattice. We move forward, tested by intent, cohesion, and adaptability. We passed, but the deeper intelligence watches and learns. The anomaly pulsed alongside them. It trusts us enough to continue, Lyra whispered. Threads below formed intricate, fractal bridges over endless void. Next threshold, Kale whispered. Step carefully. A wave of golden and shadow threads formed barriers, jagged and shifting. Testing adaptability, not speed, Lyra observed. Perception. Kale's fingers brushed floating filaments. Flow like water. Every pulse deliberate. Threads twisted into a spiral, forming a new corridor. Riven leapt forward, fire stabilizing fragile threads. Every stabilization temporary. Predict collapse before it occurs. Thorn traced vibrations. Tests now layer instinct, foresight, pattern recognition. The anomaly learns alongside us. Prisms projected a web of light. Pulses flickered like stars. Not obstacles, questions. Answers are in our action, Kale said. Lyra extended arcs. Intention matters. The network senses why, not just what we do. Shadow threads surged, forcing split attention. We operate as a single system, Kale said. Each node vital, each decision feeding the whole. The anomaly pulsed brightly, tendrils probing multiple points. It tests initiative, Lyra whispered. We shape perception through coherence. Descending into a void, golden arcs guided them, threatening collapse if synchronization faltered. Resilience under pressure, Riven said, defines the path. A new pulse from the depths, older, deliberate. Threads bent into chaotic spirals, converging on an opaque node, shimmering with impossible patterns. First sentient challenge, Lyra said. Not skill, but insight. Kyle stepped forward. No brute force. Every pulse must reflect comprehension. Threads shifted into a multi-dimensional lock. Interpret without map, without trial, Thorn said. Sense its logic to proceed. Riven stomped, stabilizing nodes. A puzzle in motion. One misstep collapses the spiral. No margin. Teams synchronized. Pulses flowing into lattice through anomaly. Node flickered, alive, waiting for comprehension expressed as action. Kyle tightened voice. Respond with insight, not reaction. Every pulse, a dialogue line. Threads buckled violently beneath Riven. Brace the pulse, Kale shouted. Anomaly tendrils reinforced threads. Lyra stabilized arcs. Thorn guided vibrations. Riven anchored fire. Kale weaved rhythm. Collapse froze midair. Node pulsed, deliberate, approving. Partial comprehension acknowledged, Lyra whispered. The network wants to see adaptation under rule changes. Threads bent into fractal mirrors, reflecting logic with subtle distortion. Testing self-recognition, Thorn said. Can we detect our own logic? Kyle exhaled. We respond as one, aware of individual perspectives. The node judges unity and insight. Anomaly integrated motions, introducing new variables. Teaching and evaluating simultaneously, Lyra said. Faster than we are. Shadowed spirals from below twisted around pathways. Micro-challenges forming simultaneously. Hidden signal alive, Kale whispered. It anticipates. Tests cognition directly. Riven slammed gauntlets, anchoring, stabilizing unpredictable threads. Stabilize while adapting. Micro-decisions carry macro weight. Thorn traced vibrations rapidly. Recursive. Each solution alters the next problem. Feedback loop with a sentient system. Lyra extended arcs. We communicate through intent and synchronization. Comprehension recognized, not action alone. Kyle approached central opaque node, surface shimmering with impossible geometry. First direct interface. We answer through movement. Pulse, understanding. Hidden signal evaluates. Chamber quivered. Prisms spinning. Threads folding. Fractals breathing. Beyond this point, we no longer navigate a path. We engage a dialogue with intelligence older than memory. In suspended silence, anomaly extended into central node, tendrils intertwining. The first comprehension challenge began interactive, recursive, and sentient, where insight, unity, and intent define the team's path and the evolution of the dragon anomaly itself. In the suspended silence, the anomaly's form shimmered, scales reflecting golden and shadowed filaments as it fully emerged, a female dragon hovering above the central node, wings spanning impossible angles. Her eyes, luminous and curious, flicked between Kale, Lyra, Riven, Thorn, and now, Thalassa and Cassandra. Thalassa stepped forward, robes catching faint glimmers of the lattice. "She's not just a test, she's aware," she murmured, voice steady but tinged with awe. Extending her hands, she traced a series of gestures through the air, halo arcs of energy intersecting the dragon's pulses. "We must speak through rhythm and intent, not words." Cassandra knelt, fingertips brushing the tremors of the golden threads. "Her intelligence is layered," she said softly. "Not linear, not purely reactive. She senses motives, alignment, and trust. Every movement we make is a statement." She tilted her head, observing how the dragon's tendrils shifted, nudging nodes gently toward paths that weren't immediately obvious. "She's inviting dialogue." Kyle glanced at Lyra, then at Thalassa and Cassandra. "So, the challenge isn't just coordination, it's communication. We integrate, yes, but we also converse. The dragon reads intent, and intent comes from all of us." Riven ignited protective flames along fragile threads, scanning the dragon's movements. "She's testing how we respond together, but Thalassa and Cassandra can shape her perception. Every pulse we send is influenced by their understanding." Thorn crouched, tracing subtle vibrations along the lattice. "Think of it as a living interface," he said. "Every stabilization, every adjustment, every choice we make feeds her comprehension. And she feeds back, probing, challenging, offering hints, if we're perceptive enough to see them." Thalassa projected a stream of golden light through her gestures, weaving patterns that resonated with the dragon's pulses. The dragon tilted her head, scales glinting, and mirrored some of the gestures with a sweep of her wings, causing nodes to align into a stable pathway. "She responds to understanding," Thalassa whispered. "Not force. We have to earn her trust." Cassandra shifted, fingertips brushing multiple threads simultaneously, sending microsignals of intent. "Notice how she differentiates between our motions. Kael, Lyra, you synchronize with her. Riven and Thorn stabilize. Thalassa and I interpret and translate. She sees all layers of interaction. We must act as one while remaining conscious of every individual pulse." The dragon's eyes narrowed, tendrils weaving through the lattice in a new pattern, creating paths that branched unpredictably. "She's increasing complexity," Kael noted, stepping carefully along a filament. "This is no longer about speed or strength, it's comprehension under pressure. Every team member contributes, but Thalassa and Cassandra are key to her understanding of us." A sudden surge of shadowed threads spiraled from the central node, aiming to fracture the newly stabilized filaments. Cassandra extended a pulse through her fingertips, countering the surge with a sequence of harmonic vibrations. Thalassa mirrored the sequence with radiant arcs of intent, forming a protective lattice that allowed Kael and Lyra to advance safely. "We communicate not just with movement, but with alignment of purpose," Thalassa said. The dragon hovered lower, letting her massive claws trace nodes without harm, observing, testing, and occasionally nudging them to highlight subtle shifts.